What's going on, homies? Welcome back to another edition of Top 5 Fridays, and today is going to be the top 5 things I dislike about Zombie Chronicles. Now, this is not in any particular order. The number one spot may not be the thing I hate the most. You'll see once we get to the number one spot. It's just, 5 things that I don't like about Zombie Chronicles. So, there's a few controversial topics on here. Just want to put that out there. There's like 2 to 3 controversial topics on here, so you may agree with me, you may not agree with me, so we'll see when we get there. So I hope you enjoy. Alright guys, so we're just gonna start off with a little bit of controversial one. I'm just gonna lay it down. So at the number 5 spot we have basically Noct being remastered in the first place, because if you think about it, we had Noct in World at War, which I mean that's original, that's completely fine. We have it in Black Ops 1. If you were to buy DLC packs, I don't even know how you can get it, but you can get it in Black Ops 1. You can get it in Black Ops 2 through Transit, and basically we have most and a little bit more of Noct in Revelations. And I know it's not exactly like Revelations or exactly like Noct in Revelations, but still that's basically Noct inside of Revelations. If you think we could have gotten rid of Noct from being remastered and put in Mob of the Dead, for instance, or maybe Buried. Those are both very good candidates for what we could have put in instead of Noct, because we've had Noct in every single game. And even in Black Ops 3, we had it in our own game, but we have 2 versions of Noct now in Black Ops 3. I don't know. It's kind of like personal preference. I just feel that we already had a lot of Noct. It's the most remastered map, so I feel like we just didn't need another one. And Mob of the Dead could have been a perfect fill-in for that, or Buried. I love Buried too, but I would prefer Mob of the Dead because Mob of the Dead was better. So in the number 5 spot, it's gonna be even Noct being remastered. Alright guys, so at the number 4 spot, we have more of a controversial and touchy subject that involves this whole zombies thing. And basically, the number 4 spot is the absence of Nazi symbols or swastikas. If you think about it, that's how zombies were started. It was Nazi zombies. That's just how it was based around. And it's crazy because they wanted the originality to be there, and they took out small little Easter eggs. They took out all the Nazi, the swastikas. I'm gonna be calling it Nazi symbols all video, by the way. Just get used to it. They took out all the swastikas, whatever, and it's like they're trying to make us forget. I know people will get offended from that, swastikas being in there, but they gotta remember that this happened, and we just can't erase it from history. If anything, we want to remind people that it happened, and we want to stick to the originality. I'm gonna play a clip of the Noct and Toten intro back in World at War, and the intro now in Black Ops 3. So it's crazy because they just completely erased the Nazi part and put Call of Duty Zombies. It's literally so apparent. They just cut it out, or they just cut it out that part and didn't change the font at all for the zombies part. And I'm just really? They couldn't even change the logo a little bit to make it match with the zombies part? They just couldn't do that. I'm gonna show you a few pictures. So here is Kino, the stage from Kino. Before, in Black Ops 1, you see all your Nazi or your swastikas up there on the flags and everything. And now I'm going to show you the Black Ops 3 version right now. And it's crazy because we completely are trying to just erase it from history, it feels like. And they just replacing it with iron crosses. I don't know. It just and I'm not a person that gets easily offended at all. And I'm not really offended. I'm just like, it's crazy because they wanted to stick, like, have the originality, but they just took out something that was, like, vital to it, because it came from World at War that was based around World War II with, like, Nazi Germany and Japan and blah 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 blah. But still, it's just like, I just felt like they were just trying to, like, they just changed it, and they shouldn't have changed it, because sure, people may get offended, but I don't feel like they'd get, like, super offended. So, number 4 is a very controversial topic, but yeah, that's my number 4 spot. So at the number 3 spot, we have basically the Wonder Fizz and the Gobblegum machine being on Noct. Because you think about it, if you are going for a world record attempt, the people that are at the top are going to tend to have things like crate power, wall power, I can't think of it, Bullet Boost, that's the name, Perkaholic for sure, Soda Fountain, which is an off-brand Perkaholic, like, those people are going to make it 10 times higher than the people that don't have those Gobblegums, and it's kind of not fair. I wish that, like, it would have, I don't know, because I know you can go to, like, the no Gobblegum section of that challenge, but still, like, I just feel like Noct should have stuck to its originality and just had no Gobblegum machine. Maybe you could allow Mule Kick because it was in the Black Ops 1 version, but that's that's the bare minimum. You're not allowed to go any higher than that. Like, get rid of the freaking not Wonder Sphere. Holy crap! I can't think of it. Wonder Fizz. Wow, the Gobblegum machine. But I mean, Mule Kick, I guess, could stay. But I just don't like how they just got away from the originality. So, yeah, just having the Wonder Fizz and Gobblegums kind of just ruined Noct for me. So that's my number 3 spot. So at the number 2 spot, it's finally a map that doesn't involve Noct, like, whatsoever. I mean, you kind of could involve it if you're talking about Zombie Chronicles, but at the number 2 spot, we basically have PhD not being there. PhD was like a beloved perk, and we've gotten trolled on Die Rise and Mob of the Dead, like, where they put it in the map, but it's just not obtainable. And I feel PhD was such a good map, and it being on, like, Ascension, and I can't think of any other map. My mind is so fried right now because it's late. I feel like PhD is such a helpful perk. Like, it prevents explosive damage. So, like, your dual-wield pistols, your Mustang and Sally, your Death and Taxes, your Meat Wagons, whatever the heck you want to call it, those actually become something good. Like, and it was a perk on Origins, like the unremastered version, or would it be mastered? I don't care at all. Demastered version, and then there's also as a perma perk on Buried, so it's made appearances, but I feel like I actually want, like, the actual perk machine there, because then it actually lets our pistols be somewhat helpful, and explosive weapons like the L4 Siege be really good. And the L4 Siege is amazing, but if we had PhD, it'd be one of the best guns in the game. Promise. I put it down there. I put it down on the table. So, number 2 is the absence of PhD. Alright, guys, so coming in at the number 1 spot, it's something that I personally hated about Origins Remastered, and it's not like the staff glitch when you do the Easter egg. Even though this would be on the list, but I don't do Easter eggs for Origins, so it doesn't really affect me. So the number 1 spot is the Panzer Buff. Like, look at this gameplay. Look how much I'm lagging balls. Like, I'm on, like, maybe a 2 bar, 1 bar. I don't even know at this point. Like, the Panzer got buffed so much, and I've never liked the Panzer. I never liked it in the original Origins. I never liked it in Horizon Drac. Never liked it in Revelations. Still don't like it in Origins Remastered. That's the thing. And I'm lighting this Panzer up with my KN. If you aren't seeing it right now, you will see it here soon. I literally light it up, and I'm lagging balls. Like, this isn't a theater gameplay, so it's showing what was actually happening. But on my screen, I was probably like 10 more meters, like, in front of the Panzer, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, this is what it actually said, or shows, because I'm in theater mode, so it shows what it shows, and I was just lagging balls, and I couldn't play Origins after that. Lagging, especially with the Panzer just getting lit up by bullets, and not, like, taking any damage. He took his mask off, and it looks like I'm shooting him in the head a lot of these times, but apparently I'm not. So, I don't care at this point. I don't care. Fuck you, Panzer. Fuck everything you're about, and I don't give a shit about you. the Panzer Buff is the #1 spot. So yeah, guys, that was my top 5 things I dislike about Zombie Chronicles. I know I had some very controversial topics, so I doubt that there's not going to be anybody that disagrees with me. So if you want to put what you believe down in the comments, go right ahead. If you enjoyed this video, press the like button, subscribe if you're new, and that's all I got. See ya.